Hello and welcome everyone. I have with me Paras. We are here at Sports Adda Live. Paras, we are going to be talking about a big game today. The first versus the last. Unfortunately, Sunrisers at the last position, but they're not a side that deserves to be there looking at the squad that they have. So, Paras, just take me through what do you feel about this brilliant game and the atmosphere at Sharjah?
Both teams have got nothing to lose. One's qualified and the other one's got no chance. So we're going to see a lot of open-heartedness, or a lot of attack being taken to the opposition. Both sides have
Absolutely.
nothing to lose.
Paras, they're the finalists of 2019, 2018, if I may, 2018. And Chennai got the better of the Hyderabad side back then. But since then, Hyderabad have just had a downfall of their own where they've not been that consistent Sunrisers Hyderabad that we know of.
Yeah.
And this season, like you said, that they're pretty much the party spoilers for most of them. And Chennai have already had a foot in the door. Yesterday also we spoke about this. They're almost through to the playoffs. Just one
Yeah.
game for a formality they need to win. And if you look at the squads here, they've got that one big change. Dwayne Bravo coming back in place of Sam Curran. So Paras, what's your take on this one change? Do you think it was coming because of the performance that Sam Curran had put in the night earlier?
No surprises here. Dwayne Bravo's performed very, very well, and Karan had a very, very mediocre outing previously. But as you know, that Dhoni does not want to shuffle his team, irrespective of what the outcome is, until he's forced. So this is a no-brainer.
Fantastic, fantastic. And Sunrise Hyderabad are those teams that हम तो जा रहे हैं लेकिन तुम्हें लेके जाएंगे. That kind of a side. And no
Yes.
changes here for Hyderabad after that brilliant win in the last game. So
Yeah.
a good side they look like, isn't it, Paras?
They are a very good side on paper. They've not been able to perform to the level that they should have. It's always to be do with the middle order. They have a lot of dependency on the top order, and if you see the top three failing, there are no big Indian cricketers
Good
that
point.
are there. All of
Good.
them are very fresh to this level, and all of them are in the same age category, so all have a lot of learning to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and I think that's the major difference. I spoke to Salil as well yesterday after the post in the post match show that that's the difference between the sides like Chennai or maybe a Mumbai Indians or even a Kolkata Knight Riders. You've
Yeah,
got great depth and great experience low down the order, and this is where I think Hyderabad have been exposed time and time again when it
yes,
comes to the middle order. But
yes,
looking at the toss and the pitch, Chennai have won the toss. Dhoni winning the toss is something that is very normal. It's like we waking up and having a brush in the morning. Dhoni winning the toss, electing to bowl first on this very slow pitch, but it's a two-paced pitch, and
yeah.
Hyderabad put into bat. Jason Roy in impeccable form after that
Oh
50 he
yes,
scored in the last match. So Paras,
yes.
do you think that it could well backfire for a Dhoni side?
Anything can backfire. There's no comebacks in this short format, and given the performance that Chennai has been able to bring out time and again, I'm sure they're only targeting and they're wanting to keep Rashid Khan quiet. All the
Yes,
other bowlers that they have, will be the opposition will be gone after. And prior to this, this is a strategy that Chennai has always proceeded further with, and there's a lot of catching up to do from the Hyderabad perspective.
right.
Now that they've been put into bat first, let's see what happens.
Absolutely. And the start, more importantly, you very well put out that the Hyderabad side is very well dependent on the top three players. So
Yeah,
do you think that even as a Kane Williamson, coming at number three, do you think that if the start is good, if Jason Roy or even if Riddhiman Saha fires, Kane Williamson's approach towards the whole innings changes? Because when he comes into bat and if they are like 10 for 1 in the
mm,
third over or in the second over, he has to just build the innings. But if he comes in at
yeah,
a 60 for 1, in the
yeah.
seventh over, something like that, where there is already a platform set for him. It is
Yeah.
much more comfortable for Kane Williamson to just play his natural game and attack the bowlers.
Williamson is the sponge of this batting lineup. He can play according to any situation, but given you get a start is always welcomed by a one-down batsman.
Yeah.
And the more free-flowing Kane Williamson is, the better the chances of Hyderabad scoring 150, 160 plus.
Yes.
And given the performances from the middle order, a lot of points are to be proven, given if they want to retain their positions in the next season.
Correct.
So
No, I
all
understand
in
that.
all, yeah. So all in all, this has to be a very strong, well approached innings by Hyderabad. and the ball's always in the court of Chennai, given the leadership and the team balance. But
Absolutely.
Hyderabad are no marks with the bat.
They're not. They're definitely not. And we saw in the last game how lethal they can be with Jason Roy up front. But speaking of the Chennai bowling for now, they are one of the most balanced sides. If I have to pick
Hmm.
one in this whole IPL, I think apart from Delhi Capitals, Chennai will be the side that is completely balanced. And like you
Yeah,
rightly pointed out, they don't make many changes. That's not the Dhoni and the Stephen Fleming that we know. They
yeah,
stick to their core 11, and that's what
yeah.
they've done this time as well, getting in Dwayne Bravo back. But something, Paras, I want to know from you is that there was no swing whatsoever when they've played in the second phase of this IPL. Deepak Chahar, who is known to be a very swingy bowler and who swings the ball both ways and can cause trouble in the first 6 overs, has not got any swing at all. So could we see like something different, or do you think that Deepak Chahar is just being used by Dhoni to just get the overs done in the power play?
It's both ways. For starters, we're playing in the middle of a desert, so do not expect much of swing bowling to happen.
Yeah,
The other day, we did see a match where Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was swinging the ball both inwards, outwards, but that only lasted for approximately 30 balls. So
absolutely.
if there is swing, bowlers will capitalize, and it's going to get a little difficult because of the slow nature of the pitch. You tend to hit on the up, and the swinging ball is always difficult to negotiate with.
Yes,
And
it,
talking about Chahar, he's done the bulk of his bowling with the new ball. Only if the situation arises, Dhoni uses him in the latter stage of the match. And he's got a very good knuckle ball and an odd bumper that he bowls. He's not the quickest, but he's very effective.
smart. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So there was a stat there, Paras, that I would like to show you. It was
yeah,
Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Deepak Chahar's stats comparison. They are
yeah.
so similar. Like both of them have played around 50 odd games, have got
Hmm,
around 56 wickets, and the
yeah.
strike rate and economy is also such that they are just neck and neck. So
Hmm.
could we say that Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, sorry, Deepak Chahar is the Bhuvaneshwar Kumar of the new time?
I wouldn't want to go there, but there was a lot of resemblance in the record for both the bowlers, and given they have similar roles, it wouldn't be bad to be compared with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, as he's one of India's finest, and I'm sure Chahar is going to have a pump chest once he comes across this stat.
Absolutely, he would. And with the likes of Ravindra Jadeja,
Hmm,
Dwayne Bravo, like he's come in,
hmm,
Josh Hazelwood, how
yeah.
lethal can this bowling lineup be, and how devastating could they be if they just, penetrate through the top three? It's going to be a cakewalk for them if they get the first 3 wickets cheaply.
No, you're right there, Yash. If at all the top three are out within the first 30 odd balls, it's always going to be the batsman playing catch up. And
Yeah,
as I've always stated, that the youngsters in the team for Hyderabad are pretty much around the same age. So I'm sure they're very eager to perform. And given in the slowness of the pitch, you really need to apply yourself before you can hit those big shots. You're not an AB de
correct.
Villiers, frankly speaking. So
No one is.
yeah,
There's only
no
one.
one is. So when it comes to the middle order, and also talking about Jason Holder, he is one of the finest batsmen that plays international cricket for West Indies. So
Yes, he is.
his role also in this team, he's been bowling very well. He's picked up a lot of wickets. And also batted well in the recent matches. But even he's got a very important role in this team. And a promotion for Jason Holder tonight will kind of be positive for
Yeah,
Hyderabad. And a lot of investment has also been made on Samad. The way
Abdul
he's
Samad.
been, yeah. So the way he's been talked about, and he gets an odd over in the middle, and the big hitting that he can do. We haven't yet seen the best of him. I know this is his first season, but a lot of talk about him, and it will be very good to see him tear down a Chennai attack today.
Yes,
Yeah. So
maybe.
let's hope for the best.
Yes, Abdul Samad is a very young and very bright prospect, and someone who
Yeah.
comes from Kashmir. You have not seen many players from that region of the country, so that itself is a unique thing. And moreover, playing at IPL, playing for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, they are
Yeah.
known to invest in people who have that brilliant talent. Like a Basil Thampi we saw earlier, who came in, had hit the limelight early, but then
Yeah.
kind of faded away. So we really have a lot of hopes from a guy like Abdul Samad. But just to
Yes.
ask you a question, what do you think would be the ideal score on this pitch? You saw the pitch, you saw the conditions out there, you saw the two teams as well. So what do you think is the ideal score on this pitch for Sunrisers Hyderabad batting lineup?
I would suggest anywhere above 150 is a par total given the slow nature of the wicket. Even though it's
Yeah.
a small ground, the outfield is in the quickest. So, let's just see what Hyderabad can achieve. And, given that we've just spoken about the top three, that's exactly what Dhoni will be focusing upon. And a lot of chirping can be seen in the first 36 balls of the match.
Absolutely. The 150 is a good score when you have a Rashid Khan. And let's
Yeah.
not get to Rashid Khan. He's a different topic altogether. We have to talk a lot about him. But
Yeah.
just speaking of the winner today, according to you, Paras, what is your intuition? Because you're our Paul the Octopus. You get everything right. So just spill the beans.
I think the prediction for today evening will be Hyderabad, as
Oh,
the team which has got nothing to lose ends up bringing out their best, and I actually want the youngsters to perform tonight.
fantastic. Hyderabad, it's an unexpected prediction, to be very honest to you, because everyone will be like Chennai, Chennai, Chennai. And Hyderabad have a lot to prove.
Yeah,
Okay, so a big day for Hyderabad. One player, Paras, last question, one player you would want to pick in your side, and who would be your player who you would put all your money on today?
I'll definitely pick Rashid Khan today. I can see a good 4 wicket haul tonight by him.
The youngster from Afghanistan. Good choice. Rashid Khan will be the captain for most people who ever play those fantasy leagues, because he's the player who can do everything. So
Yep.
Rashid Khan it is. But anyway, Sunrisers Hyderabad. I'm still surprised. I'm still getting over that trauma of you picking Sunrisers Hyderabad. So let's see. Let's back your prediction. Live action coming up. Paras, thank you for joining with me. I'll see you in the mid-match show. A great game on our hands, and we are rooting for a great game of cricket, isn't it, Paras?
Absolutely, yes. Cheers talking to you.
Thank you so much.